Okay, so, the jump ball. It's one of the things you look at the most when playing a Sonic game. They can either look really, really good, or really, really bad, depending on your preferences anyway. So, I'm gonna rank them. I know this has been done before, but I'd also like to have my hand in it. So starting off with the classic, Sonic's jump ball in Sonic 1, 2, and 3 are all relatively the same, so I'm gonna bundle them up into one. This is kind of just a B tier jump ball. It doesn't have any flair to it, I guess you could say, but it was Sega's first attempts, and it is a classic, so I find B tier very fitting for it. Next we have the Sonic Spinball jump ball. In my opinion, this is definitely a step up. The color and the lighting is just a lot more fitting, especially for the art style of this game. I think that this jump ball is actually good enough to warrant an A tier. Moving on, we have the typical Game Gear Sonic jump ball. This, or a variation of this, was used in Sonic 1, 2, Triple Trouble, and Chaos. And to be honest, it's definitely a step down. I don't think the color they chose to use here is very appealing, and it definitely doesn't seem dark enough. So I'm going to put this one in C tier. Maybe looking at it on the Game Gear screen would make it look better, but I wouldn't know because my Game Gear is broken. Now for Sonic Labyrinth. So this one is pretty similar to the last one, but it gets like half a point more in my eyes because the shading just looks a little better. Still a C tier though. Sonic Blast, a bad game with a not so bad jump ball. It's mid, don't get me wrong, but it's not awful. B tier. I do like the shade of blue they went with, but the position they chose to put the reflection of the light on the ball is just a little bit odd to me. But honestly, I'm not opposed to the change. Now putting a 3D spin on the last game. Get it? Because it's like we went from Sonic Blast to like Sonic 3D Blast. We have Sonic 3D Blast. This is just chef's kiss. This is as high as A tier could possibly go. This is such a good jump ball, and the only thing preventing it from S tier is the fact that I wish the outline wasn't just completely black. Overall, if it was slightly brighter and the black outline was a tiny bit less thick, I think this could have been my favorite jump ball. For a fresh take on the franchise, Sonic R, the only Sonic racing game that actually makes sense. Is it weird that I like this one? It looks like Sonic is jumping, as he does, but the aura for the jump ball is like behind Sonic. And to be honest, I like it. A tier. Okay, so Sonic Jam for the Saturn is just a compilation of old Genesis games, and I'm not going to re-talk about those games. What I will talk about though is Sonic World. This was like a small Saturn tech demo for Sonic Adventure that was turned into a 3D hub world for this game. And Sonic can jump here. What a shocker. Yeah, the jump ball ain't that great. In action, it's like a worse adventure jump ball, which we'll get to, but without the blur. C tier. Wow, Sonic Adventure. I've heard this jump ball's controversial. Some people love it and some people hate it. Me personally, I think it's amazing. The perfectly round shape mixed with how the blur is sometimes there but sometimes it isn't, so you can actually see Sonic in the ball, is amazing. S tier. Now I'll be brief with this one, but Adventure DX's jump ball is just slightly different from the base game from what I can tell, and it's also slightly worse. B tier. Remember how IGN gave this game a 10? Sonic Pocket Adventure, or as I've heard some people call it, knockoff Sonic 1. It has a great art style, but a terrible jump ball. Like, this is hard to look at. Okay, obviously I'm joking about it being hard to look at, but it is pretty bad. D tier. You wanna know one thing I don't like about Sonic Adventure 2? The jump ball. B tier. I will say that the spin dash looks way better, but I'm not going to talk any more about this because I don't want to get flamed by all the Sonic Adventure 2 fans. Sonic Heroes is up next, and while personally I don't like the game, this jump ball is fantastic. There isn't too much aura around Sonic, and the color chosen for it is just immaculate, and and it matches the whole style of the game perfectly. This is definitely an S tier for me. Next is the Sonic Advance trilogy. They all use the same jump ball, so they're all getting thrown into one here. This is a great jump ball. It's very spiky, which I like a lot, and the colors with a hint of red for the shoes is perfect. A tier. Now onto another trilogy with a pretty similar art style to the Advanced trilogy. It's the Sonic Rush trilogy. Now, unfortunately, this is a step down. A lot of the spikes are gone, and the details seemed a bit toned down. It's still good, but it's not great. B tier. For a duology this time, we have Sonic Rivals. Wow. I get this was on the PSP, but it does not need to look this trash. For me, it's a high D tier. The aura just looks so janky, and there's slightly too much of it. It's also a little too dark. Sonic 06. We're back to talking about this game again. For as much as I don't hate the game, they messed up in the jump ball department. It looks like an oval at some angles, and it literally has no aura. C tier. Okay, back with another trilogy. Kind of? We'll start with Sonic Unleashed. Wow. It kind of suffers from the same problems as 06. It looks like an oval at some angles, no aura, but it's just more low poly and the colors are washed. D tier. Holy comeback though, because now we have Sonic Unleashed. This is the most amazing jump ball. You can clearly see Sonic. He's surrounded by bright blue aura with some fantastic textures and flow. This just checks off every box for a good, no, great Sonic jump ball. S tier. And we are keeping the ball rolling. Get it? It's like another joke because Sonic rolls up into a ball when he jumps. With Sonic Unleashed Java Edition. This one is pretty obscure. The jump ball is great though, and it leaves a little trail behind which looks awesome. And it looks like a refined Sonic Advance jump ball. It's just so nice. S tier. Sonic Colors. I mean, they could have done better. It's definitely better than some of the ones on this list, but it just doesn't cut it for me. The aura is a bit too bright and it's kind of blurry. C tier. Sonic Generations 3DS Edition. Oh my goodness. I don't care what you say, these are both going in D tier. The modern Sonic jump ball is like a worse Rivals ball, but you can't even see Sonic. And classic Sonic, don't even get me started. Now for a breath of fresh reused Sonic level air, Sonic Generations. To start, the modern jump ball is the same as the Unleashed one, but I can't really tell if there's any differences, so I'm gonna separate them. S tier, obviously. It kind of falls off a little bit with classic Sonic though. The blur when he jumps is just kind of weird, and it's super noticeable around his feet. Low B tier. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. Me being one of the few people who glazed this game, I was actually surprised when I replayed it, and noticed that Sonic doesn't actually technically have a jump ball. I think I was kind of mistaking my head for the spin dash animation. Although there's one frame where he kind of is in the shape of a ball when he jumps, so that's good enough for me. Plus, it gave me an excuse to talk about this game again. It is unfortunately a D tier though. Sonic Lost World 3DS. Wow, a dark washed blue sphere with some lines on it. D tier. The Wii U version fared a little better though. It's not as washed and the lines pop out more. C tier. It really fits the art style of this game. On to Sonic Mania. I'm just gonna cut to the chase, it's basically a retextured Sonic 1 jump ball. B tier. Sonic Forces introduced the Hedgehog Engine 2, and a new jump ball with it. Okay, so it's practically all aura and no Sonic. I don't think it fits him very well proportionally, but it does still look good. A tier. It has some problems for sure, but just make it bigger and darker, then I think it could warrant an S tier. Classic Sonic's jump ball is the exact same as Generations Classic Sonic, but without the weird blur, so that goes in B tier. Wow, they really chopped the Frontier's jump ball. Besides it looking like an absolute blurry monstrosity on Switch, it might look worse when it's clear on PC. You might hate me for this, but it's absolutely dog water. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. C tier. And last, but most certainly not least, Sonic Superstars. The game is mid, but this is the best 2D Sonic jump ball ever, in my opinion at least. It's really, really great. The colors just really work on it, and it's got this subtle outer shield look to it. S tier. And that's it, my tier list for Sonic's jump balls. Thanks for watching. See ya.